Hello neighbors! Welcome back to Ponderosa Garden Adventures. Today I'm out in the front yard trimming some hedges. I'm going to begin with this plant here, a plumbago. Now this is a really nice hedge plant. It grows rapidly and it makes beautiful blue to violet flowers, big clusters. Really nice, addition to the garden. Now, one thing about plumbago, we garden here in zone 10A. And if you live in 9, 10, 11, plumbago grows very aggressively. It wants to get, this variety gets about 12 to 15 feet tall, and it wants to be about 10 feet across. So it will take up a very big space if you let it, and it grows very quickly. It can grow, I will say, like an inch a day. If you let it go for a month, you're going to have, again, like this much extra. So it's been you can see it's been a few weeks since I've last trimmed it. So you really got to stay on it. You really can't overcut it. You can hack it way back and it'll come back. We just want to get it kind of back to its original size and shape and keep it from encroaching on these other plants over here. This is a plumbago. It's also known as leadwort, since plum is the Latin word for lead. So plumbago, leadwort is the same thing. Again, it's not considered invasive, but it is very aggressive. So you're either going to have to keep trimming it or give it lots of space. Today we're going to be trimming it back because we want to trim it back from the peach tree and the butterfly bush and the edge of the property here, the property lines. Just kind of box it in. And it's going to be a little tricky because plumbago is a climbing plant. So it's like actually made up of these really long vines. There's a bunch of really long vines coming out of the root. And so you have to get way down there and get the vine all the way out, or else you have this big cluster in the middle. And so for that reason, I'm going to be using my fiskars instead of like shears, because it'd be tempting to just kind of and that would shape it nicely, but I want to get way down in there and get the vines from the roots. So it's going to take a little bit of time. Let me take you in for a closer look and show you what we're going to be doing today. In the meantime, thanks for joining me here at Ponderosa Garden Adventures. Let's get started. So here it is. Let's have a look. So as you can see, it comes way out past the end of this border. So we need to take all that off. And likewise over here, right, you can see that it is encroaching on, this is a butterfly bush. Now this is a sky flower. And you can see there's a gap between the sky flower and the butterfly bush, but the plumbago is encroaching on it. So you can't just cut it here. I'm going to have to cut it back to about here, so to allow room for growth. And these are the lovely blue flowers. They are really, really pretty. Blue flowers are kind of rare, and so this makes a really nice display when it's fully in bloom. And you can see flower buds. So this thing is about to burst out in flower buds. Look at this. Oh, that's pretty. Look at that. That one's about to blossom. So we need to cut this back. I want to make sure I leave some of these new blossoms so it will attract pollinators and stuff. And then over here is another good example. So this is a peach tree right here, and you can see these vines are creeping way over into the peach tree. So all those need to go. I got to get way down in here. You can see there's a bunch of vines all growing from the same root. So I need to get way down in there and cut those off. All right, so I'm going to start in here. This is the peach tree. I want to get way down here and get all these branches, just chop them off as low as I can get. It's going to be a lot of debris. I'm going to rack up a lot of debris. Then I have to get these really long ones. So I'll pull these over now. It'll be easier to access. All right, so let me actually start with that big, huge one. This one here. Way. Oh, and it just broke right off. That was easy. There we go. Didn't even have to cut that. I gotta get these guys over here. Way down in here. Alright. Those. All right, making some progress. Oops. And again, this may look really extreme, but it will fill in a few weeks. So don't worry about overdoing it. All right, time to take a break and get rid of some of the debris. You can see how thick these vines get. About a centimeter, half an inch. Pretty thick for a vine. All right, so hopefully you can see from that this isn't a simple matter of just taking power shears and going. You have to get way down and get every single vine. Try to get it as low as I can, and it also means untangling these. This is the kind of bush when you're pruning it. It's really easy to make a mistake and think you're cutting the right one, and you're cutting a different one that has a whole bunch of blossoms on it that you didn't want to cut. So it's time consuming, and so. We got this one half done here. You can see now we've got some nice space here between the Plumbago and the Red Bear and Peach. Next, we're going to work our way around, start taking some off through the path. I'm not going to go all the way back to this little fence here. I'm just going to cut it back a foot or two to clear up space so we can get through this path here. And then we'll do the other side just to the property line. And then the last will be the butterfly bush, clearing a little space there. All right, should take about a half hour. Let's get started. Put that one right there. Alright, so I'm starting to make some space here. I might start coming at it from the other side now. do a little weeding along the way too. All right, so this next part should go fairly quickly. I just need to trim the fringe here, the new growth. We keep this fairly well trimmed on a regular basis because this is the property line. This is the Ponderosa. This is our neighbor's yard. So let me get this done and then we have one more part. And now you can see the nice clean border we have here, and it's nice and neat, and it's still going almost, I'd say, 8 feet tall right here. So we're going to leave the hedge part here, and this was as high as I can reach, so whatever that is, not that high. And the last part we got to do is we just got to clear out. Actually, all I need to do is clear out this one little branch right here, and we are done. Because we're still have a pretty good gap in here. So I just want to get that one little part right there. Let's get it. Okay, so again, I just want to get this one guy right here. Kind of encroaching here. Pretty good. Get this to, yeah. Let this go. Now we're done. This is going to be blossoming in a few days. It's going to be so beautiful. As you can see, I actually did fill an entire yard waste bin. This was empty when I started, and so it is quite a bit of debris. But we are done for the day. Let's wrap it up. Okay, neighbors, that's it for today. Thanks for watching another episode from Mark and Sharon here at Ponderosa Garden Adventures. We'll see you next time.